out there? How y'all doing? It is Darren and Joe over at Urban Hillsides Real Estate here with another edition of Real Estate Reality. Thanks for joining us today. It's Thursday, it's 2 p.m. and I might go on a rant today, Darren. I don't know. We'll see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easier to do, man, when it's personal experience, for sure.
Well, the passion is here. We're going to talk about bad neighbors and how to handle it. And at this point, how not able to handle it. So I'm sure we've all had bad neighbors in our past, but we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to us recently. So we'll talk about that and share some other stories. We'll also talk about mortgage rates, how that's going week by week. We'll talk about solds in the last 7 days, the local market, how it's doing. That's Northeast Los Angeles, communities of Silver Lake, Los Feliz, Echo Park, all the way up to Pasadena into Eagle Rock, Mount Washington, Highland Park, all those great spots. And then we'll talk about actives that Darren feels are noteworthy in the last 7 days. And, gee, man, I think that's it. That's plenty. We'll get this done in 45 minutes to an hour. Let's see.
It's a lot.
And, you know, for those that are watching and for those later that are watching, we do have some open houses. Well, really one open house in Silver Lake. It's a Spanish with views to downtown. And we'll be there today, Thursday, 5 to 7. And then Saturday, 2 to 5. And Sunday, 2 to 5. So if you have interest, come out. It's a beautiful property. And what would you say, Darren, about it? Anything more?
Well, it's well priced at 1.6. It's a good neighborhood. It's got a lot of square footage, over 3,000 square feet with the combined main house and then rec room over the garage. But it's got a lot of upside potential as well. So, yeah.
Cool.
If you like bringing out that potential, it's a good spot for you to look at.
Yeah, right. You got to have some vision, and you've got to have some budget as well to add on. But you'll have a beautiful house there, for sure. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move to the most famous part of our show. Let me just go ahead and do a disclaimer here real quick. Bear with, guys.
Educational purposes only.
No, it's not there.
Darren Hubert and Joe Cloninger are real estate agents at Avenue 8 under the Urban Hillsides brand. All opinions expressed by Urban Hillsides or guests on this video are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Avenue 8. You should not treat any
option. The other thing too, guys, I got a new monitor, and so my setup's a little
That was good.
suspect.
I think we got 80% of it there. I think we're all set.
Did you hear it? Good enough.
Yeah,
So
we did hear it. Yeah.
the whole thing, I couldn't hear it. It's weird. Buyer beware, guys. We're talking here. We're making opinions, and you should not make any opinions or
Decisions.
any investments based on opinions. So, all right. Well, let's move on to mortgage rates. We're going to go roll off to bear with here. Mortgage News Daily, and let's see what they have to say.
Before you jump into that, I'll just kind of lead into where we're at with it today. Language from the Fed is tough. The economy is resilient, and people were really banking on this, the stability, and that these were going to be the end of the rate increases. And it still may be, but the Fed chairman was very clear that there's no guarantee this is the end of the increases in rates, and the market has reacted very negatively today because of that.
Well, here we are, 30-year fixed mortgage rate. I would say probably the most common, 7.37%. Wow, a new record, I'm sure. Yeah, certainly negative. And you can look over the week here. Most of the days are pushing up, except for one. And let's see. Let's look at the rest of this here. Yeah, so 7.37 30-year fixed, 6.75 15-year fixed, 30-year jumbo 7.35, right in line. 5-1 arm 7.17, 30-year FHA 6.98, 30-year VA 6.98 as well. And definitely the trend is moderately weaker. We are in negative territory. So
Yeah, yeah. And these are national averages. Often you can get rates a little better than this,
Sure.
shopping them locally, but you have to have a base to work from.
And one of the things we did, well, we just did it last week, but we talked about 3-2-1 buy downs as far as mortgages. There are some creative things that if you speak with your mortgage lender, they might be able to come up, again, case by case, but there are some other options that we're going to bring out as well that might work for some people. So keep that in mind. Okay. All right. Is that it for mortgage rates? That's
Yep.
it. Yep. That's the reality, guys. Real estate reality. Catchy, huh? Okay. Next, we're going to roll off to our topic, right? Bad neighbors. So, gosh, I feel like I've been prepping on this for weeks. So, let's just give you the scenario. We'll share some articles later. So, but we have a client, and the client has a neighbor. Neighbor is a bit of a hoarder. Not only is there trash and recyclables and things on his property, but what's worse is he has cars. And they're not the newest cars, they're not the nicest cars. Let's call them junk cars. They're probably, 5, 6 of them sitting on one side of the property. He's a little mentally unstable, we think. He's an older gentleman. When I looked at LADBS code enforcement records, he has a sterling record since 2002 of many closed cases, and still some active right now into the present day, of getting rid of the trash, cars, and whatnot. He's not a homeless person. He actually owns 3 homes under his name in the same area. But we, as real estate agents, have been trying to figure out how to make this go away. We're about to go on market. And dial 311. 311, very helpful lady. Of course, she's got every phone number. She gave me parking enforcement. She gave me Council District 4. She gave me LADBS, Department of Building and Safety. I did everything. Probably 3-4 weeks ago, we started this campaign. Nothing has happened. His cars are still there. Everything's there. He's basically he's a very unpopular guy in the neighborhood, not just for us, but for the other neighbors. Because, what would you say, Darren? He's lowering some house values, I believe, out there.
Oh, tremendously.
Yeah.
We're talking 10 to 15% in the immediate neighborhood.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. So, without getting too detailed, everyone's got some great advice from each department. Everybody's kind of pointing fingers this way and that and whatnot, but I actually met with the parking enforcement person last night, and he knows the guy. He knows his name, and it really blew my mind. He goes, "Oh yeah, we know about this guy. He's got more cars than this." I said, "Really? How many?" I go, "Like at the other houses, right?" He goes, "Oh no. He has hundreds of cars all over the city. Everybody knows him, but we can't do anything about him." It just blew my mind. And why? Because he knows the rules. And he said, "We've got a name for these guys. They're games players. There's several of them in the city that do this, and they just play a game of musical cars, and they know that if they just move it even 6 inches," he said, "that they're okay. They're good for a little bit more time." I think also too, when you tax a system like the city, they're just not going to be out there at beck and call to find hundreds of cars, basically breaking the law. So he gave us some suggestions. He's going to talk to his people in his department, but not really bullish that this is going to get figured out.
Yeah, I think he's going to go in there tomorrow. He's going to punch his time clock and give it his valid effort and supervisor has a busy day, and sadly, I mean, they're just. I would love to believe something's going to be done, but even his dialogue with you is making it clear that it's very difficult. And city agency to agency. First off, you presented that story about as calm as you could. I don't know that I could present it that calmly. It really makes me angry because it's not right. This guy does not deserve empathy. He's got plenty of money. He's got plenty of space, and you're being kind, calling these cars they're missing bumpers. They're destroyed. There's one right in front of the house that has a blue tarp over it with bricks laying on it.
Right. Not being driven, obviously.
Awful. It's awful.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
There may be
I
people
should show
out there
some pictures, really, but
care a little less about whether somebody's property value went down or not. And okay, you can have that opinion, but what this guy is doing is wrong.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me that the bureaucracy in this city cannot become more efficient and productive. And they could still have all the empathy in the world, but they have no empathy for the impact he's having on everyone in that entire neighborhood.
Yeah.
And all the efforts they try to do and all the laws they abide by. And it just is super frustrating. I wish somebody would not worry about just covering their ass and they would actually try to get something done. Now, I assure you, Joe, if this was your house or my house, we would be completely resilient and probably, because the squeaky wheel gets the grease at the city.
Yep.
If you have any...
And they said that, well, just be diligent.
Yeah. It truly means, like, call every day.
Yeah.
And in 3 months, they might move one of the cars until he brings it back.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's incredibly sad.
Well, just to show that, this is our case and this is our issue right now, but this is across the city. And so, one of the things I just put in the comments, Darren, is the LA Times article about, I think it's on Venice. Let's see here.
No, it was in Pico Union. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But so we're not alone on this one. Someone torched an RV. Why did it take LA so long to tow it? Look at that. And, it goes on to basically talk about, as you said, Darren, the different departments, what they can and can't do, what they push off on other departments. I believe it finally got taken care of. But, yeah, it's just not the priority, obviously.
You see politics on the national level, and this is, I don't want government versus government needs to save everyone on the national level. But where we're at here in Los Angeles, I think everybody's mostly on the same path. We want to help those in need. Government serves a purpose. Let's work together and get some results. But they ain't getting results. They certainly are not getting results. Something needs to change, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to read here. I'm trying to remember this story. Let's see. It took and this actually sounds fast compared to what we're doing. I think it took a month or so, but this gentleman did keep checking back in. He goes, I drove back to Magnolia Place on Thursday afternoon. The RV was finally gone. But the cleanup job was weeks also at best. And around the corner on a side street was a hollowed out RV I hadn't noticed before. So, LA's game of wrecked RV whack-a-mole continues. So, yeah. So we're not alone. The other one that I wanted to point out that was interesting to me, and I think this just came out last night or a couple days ago, is an article, at least I found on NBC Los Angeles, of a pilot program, right? Starts ridding some of LA County streets of RVs. Residents and business owners have been complaining about the issue for years. So again, it's a pilot program. It goes on to say LA County has 7,500 mobile homes throughout the county. In this area, we have 2,500. So this is an area that's pretty famous, a 6-mile area not limited to Compton and Redondo Beach boulevards. So, it's not like the city doesn't know there's an issue. They're obviously trying to make some moves, but just a little.
You never, and the most sensitive component related to this, at least on the RVs, and it's not the case in our situation. Just the crossovers that they're both vehicles. You always want to have empathy. You always want to find a solution. You don't want, but in our recent experience that we've had with some people who are squatting,
that too, right?
Over 6 months of trying to help them get to another location.
Yeah.
I mean, offering money. They have no right to be there.
Right. They've been there 7 years.
Giving them time.
Yeah.
Bringing services to them that are available.
Yeah.
In the end, they have not left.
Yeah.
And it has changed my perception a bit of, is the only way. First off, it makes me feel like this is only going to be fixed when it's beyond repairable, meaning that it's going to be dramatic. There's no way to solve this problem in a non-dramatic, oh my God, the world is ending situation.
Right.
Because denial, there's a long list of denial on the other end. So it's going to be dramatic today, or it's going to be dramatic 6 months or 10 years from now. The drama will come, and people will jump out, and they'll proclaim victimhood whenever that time arrives, when something's actually going to be done. It's unavoidable.
It's funny you mentioned the squatters, because I drove by there, and there were new tents, man, just like you said.
Right, and this isn't even something we did. The property is probably going to be sold, and trees were trimmed back heavily as a requirement from the city. It took away a lot of shade.
Right.
And so these are people squatting on this spot. What did they do? They went out and they brought in all kinds of new tents and set them up so they have shade. They found the money to get tents. They found the money. They find ways to stay there. They don't find ways to
move. They are resourceful in that way.
Yes.
I say we're resourceful in other ways.
Yes. And
all right. Well, it continues, guys. Thanks for listening to us. I didn't rant too hard, but we're doing what we can. All right. Well, let's move on. Let's go ahead and look at the local market. That's Northeast Los Angeles. In the form of the last 7 days of activity and what happened. Let me just pull this up here, guys. Okay. So this is Northeast Los Angeles. Some of the numbers straight out: 16 sold. It was 18 before. 17 pendings. It was 18 last week. And then 24 active listings. Last week it was 28. So overall, numbers are down between solds, pendings, and actives. Days on market crept up. It is 17 days on the market, still very brisk. It was 15 last week, so a little longer. And then in terms of prices, the median prices were 105% of list. So still paying a premium there, 5% above list for the most part. Anything else, Darren, you noticed about the market this week?
Well, the list prices are trending down, which we need to include on a weekly basis. So the going to market is coming in at a lower number, but I feel like this week people are struggling with interest rates again. We were talking yesterday, and I mean that's just a big hit to take. I'm seeing more and more offerings for buy downs, loan assumptions, closing costs to try to let a buyer buy something down himself or themselves. Rates are front and center.
Right.
And now there's there's another component of, I'll just bring it up slightly because I'm afraid this issue is going to continue to grow and become bigger, and that is more insurers leaving the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh, between interest rates and insurers leaving the state, which ultimately means the cost of homeowners insurance going up, it's really putting some pressure on the market.
Well, let's take a look at a couple solds that we're calling seller wins and a couple buyer wins. Let me go ahead and share. Let's see here. Figure this out. Yeah, let's do.
I was looking at the comments and about that, our one quick component, and which is very true. Good comment. There's no parking for neighbors. There's hardly parking for people who own the property. It's a real burden on the neighborhood.
Here, bear with me. Okay. Okay, so let's go off to 5012 Rangeview Avenue. This listed at $1,049,000, sold price a whopping $1,500,000 for a $451,000 increase. Wow, Darren, you think this was underpriced? 143% of list price. Let's see what they saw. This is pretty criminal, I felt. Okay.
Yeah, the tough part about this, I always feel bad for buyers in scenarios like this. This is a nice property. It did a nice remodel job, well staged, looks good,
There we go.
in a nice
Yeah,
neighborhood.
Yeah, well, it's by Occidental. That's nice. Let me give you some numbers here. 5012 Rangeview Avenue. It's Highland Park. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,481 square feet living space. Sold again, $1,500,000. 5,200 square foot lot, 10 days on the market. This is brought to us by Colette Stevens, Rachel Stevens, and Tamara Pardee, West Side agents, and on the buy side, Randell Green represented. So let's take a look here. So, yeah, I think it's like you said, beautiful flip, looks well done, very typical of Northeast LA. What else did I say here? The images. I noticed the images were really dark. I didn't know if that's because of the natural light in the house. It's kind of a dark house, or that's the photos. But yeah, it was weirdly dark. Yeah, terribly underpriced. So I wonder why they did that. So, beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We're gonna go to Darren, I don't know if you saw this, 4181 York Boulevard.
I did. Yeah. It does.
850,000 list price, sold for $1,075,000 for a $225,000 increase, 126% of the list price, and we sold this a while back, quite a while back.
Yeah, and at the time we did. It was in bad shape, and we did a good job. Getting the most for what it was, and showing what could be done to make it a great space to live in. I think these people came in and did that.
Yeah.
They created a little more of a barrier from a busy street. They did some really nice stuff on the yard, and and made a good indoor-outdoor living scenario for what was a small house.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I was like, wow, that was kind of a big project. Remember, you didn't have anything finished. Everything was
Yeah,
just a big mess, man.
it was.
Um,
It was.
oh,
It had character and charm, but
yeah, yeah. I wrote down, yeah, sold. Yeah, we sold it for 550,000 in 2016. Uh, I thought it, for whatever it's worth, maybe it was underpriced a bit, but I think that was a good price. Although it doesn't have a garage and it's a really busy street, you got to be tolerant of that. So that was my only observation.
yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think it's a little over, maybe a little overvalue,
Yeah, yeah.
because of the busy street. But
But look, they put in
yeah,
some nice work. They made
they
it
did. They
beautiful.
did some really nice outdoor work.
Yeah,
The bones and the layout is all the same. That hasn't
yeah,
changed.
yeah.
Um,
And hey, those raised beds are worth a lot. So good for them.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Let's move on now to some buyer wins. We're going to 3812 Shannon Road, listed at 1,695,000. Went to 1,450,000. $245,000 reduction, 86% of list price. Took 43 days on the market to sell. So let me go ahead and look this up here.
Hmm.
Okay. Mm, okay. Slideshow. Okay, I'll give you some quick numbers here. This is 3812 Shannon Road. This is Los Feliz. 3 bedroom, 3 bath, 2,199 square feet of living space. Sold at 1,450,000. 7,100 square foot lot. 43 days on the market. This is brought to us by Andrew Watkins and James Scott Suarez. On the buyer side, Stephen Pitts. So congrats to all of them. Bit of a fixer, right?
Yeah. Good neighborhood. Okay square footage for that
Yeah.
neighborhood. But I do believe this will be gone through from top to bottom.
Yeah.
You know, each room has a different vibe, a different energy.
Yeah. I
Um,
do think maybe they were trying to push it a little hard on that 1,695,000 for this, but it's a good area. It's a nice area. I'm sure they'll make it up.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the next one we're going to look at is 4763 Bryn Mawr Road. List price 3,750,000. Final price 3,490,000. $260,000 reduction, 93% of the list price. 14 days on the market, and let's see what they saw. And what they saw really, it's a beautiful place. So, uh, here, okay. All right, so I'll go through the numbers real quick. This is 4763 Bryn Mawr Road. It is Los Feliz again. 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 2,023 square feet of living space, 3,490,000. 12,606 square foot lot, 14 days on the market, and brought to us by Courtney Picard, Bonnie Bryant, and Joe Reichling. On the buy side, Jeff Yarbrough. So congratulations to those guys. Yeah, what do you say, man?
Well,
I,
I mean, that
yeah,
common area is pretty impressive.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
really need to say too much. It's beautiful. Gosh, when you get to the end, I love this. I think I made this comment a couple weeks ago. When you look at the
Mm,
front of the house, it looks awful. Yeah, it
Right.
looks like a track home or something.
Oh, that last photo, yeah.
Yeah, second to last. Totally looks like a track home.
Yeah.
Boy, I wouldn't have connected that to this house.
Yeah.
The inside's great. The architecture's lovely. The view, the huge windows, the pool, the infinity
Yeah,
pool.
I looked at this. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this at all. It's a mid-century infinity pool, right? The view, maybe a little overpriced only because it's a 2-bedroom. But hey, I don't think you should complain.
Gosh, seriously, I can't believe how it looks inside compared to that street view.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was just like an added-on garage later on or something. I
Yeah,
don't think that's
maybe it was over the garage.
Yeah,
Um,
because it's strange. It looks like another house somewhere.
it looks like a completely separate house. It's not
Yeah.
tied to it at all. It looks like, yeah, it's different roof lines, different everything. So cool, great house.
All right. Well, there we go. That is my segment. Let's go ahead and switch off to some new listings and what you think might be worthy.
Sure. So 4881 Wikipedia Avenue.
Oh, hold on there. 4
881. Yeah.
WICOPE.
WICOPEE.
COPE. All right, there it is. Take a quick look here. Okay. Let me do the numbers real quick. This is 4881 Wikipedia Avenue. It's Eagle Rock. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 930 square feet of space. Active at 1,098,000. It's a 13,000 square foot lot. Days on market, only 1. And this is brought to us by Carla Patterson. 310.
Yeah, super charming.
Yeah.
It's just
Double
you know,
lot.
yeah, it's a lot of stairs to get up to the front. Lots of river rock. Super charming, kind of cabiny feeling. Very woodsy. It's a great northeast house.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh gosh,
So You're
it's so. I have not seen this in 10 years. So,
Uh-huh.
photo 49 is the certified wildlife habitat. We had a client who did that a long time ago. Couple components required to meet that standard, but the energy is right. The energy matches the house. It's a very lived-in house. I think I would have liked to have seen some of those items minimized, which could have helped the sale for sure. But it's a cool spot.
I'm gonna send this to those urban farm people.
Sure.
You never know. Okay, well that's a good one. What else is out there?
1703 North Avenue 45.
Let me look this up here. You said 1073?
1703
No, 703. Avenue.
45.
Okay. Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. The numbers are, let's see, 1703 North Avenue 45, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 966 square feet of living space. Wow, $850,000. List price, 4,300 square foot lot. And let's see, it looks like opens on, today, 1 to 3, get over there. Or I believe Saturday, 2 to 4. And this is 6 days on the market so far. Brought to us by Mary Dix. A lot of jokes there, I'm sure.
I think the other one you were looking at was listed by her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a great house. It's super charming and it's underpriced. It should go fast. It's a nice little pocket of Eagle Rock.
Beautiful. This is reminding me, should we go check on that other Avenue 45?
Sure.
All right. What else?
Next one, 2238 Harwood Street.
2238 Harwood. Harwood.
Yep.
All right. Oh, wow, another classic. Okay.
This is Elysian Valley here.
It goes. Beautiful. All right. Real quick, 2238 Harwood Street. This is called Silver Lake Echo Park, but Elysian. What is that? Elysian Valley?
Elysian Valley, yeah.
Valley. Wow. 5 bedroom, 3 bath, 1,700 square feet of living space. Ooh, at a lofty list price of $1,599,000. 6,300 square foot lot. 2 days on the market only. And let's see here. Brought to us by the team of Horace Davenport and Stephen Sonogram. We know. What's the story on this one? Oh, here, let me open it up. Where did that read? Now, what does he? You said he normally does. What?
Well, I think they are a team. They do.
Yeah, yeah.
He was. He has some bank relationships for foreclosures. Although we're not in a foreclosure market.
But look at this. This is completely redone.
It is. Yeah, yeah. I think he works with some remodelers as well.
Mm-hmm.
It is a house plus an ADU and or a duplex. It's got a half in front of it. It's a very common ADU address.
Okay. So maybe it is warranted at $1,599,000 with the ADU.
I don't know. The numbers are always. I'm always surprised to see these kind of numbers in Elysian Valley,
Over there.
but they're pretty consistent at this point. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. Anything else out there?
Well, let's look at 1503 Benton Way. That's a new listing.
It's the hottest listing around, actually, is what I know.
Certainly top of mind for us.
That's the best listing, yes. Let's take a look here. Up. I really don't like technology as much as I use it. All right. Well, let's take a look. 1503 North Benton Way. This is Silver Lake, 5 bedroom, 4 bath, 3,018 square feet. Wow. Listed at $1,595,000. Good price. Lot size 7,049 square feet of living space. And it has here Saturday open 2 to 5. Also Sunday 2 to 5. And today 5 to 7. 3 days on the market, it says. And, oh, look at those handsome guys down there. Brought to us by Darren Hubert and Joe Cloninger. What do you have to say about this book?
Great potential. It's great bones. Nice structure. Nice character. More character can be added. The detached studio, the gated from the street, the elevation with the views. It's a great home.
Yeah.
So we'll love to see it restored, either for an occupant or remodeled and sold. I don't know where it'll end up.
Yeah, it's going to be a great house. Yep. All right. Well, there you go. Should we end out on that, man?
Yep.
I think so. That's an awesome one to end on. Guys, have a great week out there. We do hope to see you very soon, either tonight or over the weekend. And that's it. Take care. Have a great one.
Bye.
See ya.